Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name's Andrew, and we're going to be on Hack the Box tonight, doing some more of the Starting Point Tier 1 walkthroughs. Hopefully everyone's been doing well. I've been so busy these last few months with a bunch of traveling. I just got back from GrrCon in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Had an amazing time, met so many cool people, had such a great talk. And now I'm back here with you guys doing a little bit of Hack the Box. So let's go ahead and get started. So as always, we are doing the sequel Easy Room as we're continuing through our Tier 1 walkthrough for just getting started into Hack the Box. So with this Tier 1 aspect, we'll be learning basic techniques in SQL injection, server-side template injection, remote file inclusion, and how to use web reverse shells. Using the server showcases in previous tiers for exploitation, learn how to log into Jenkins and upload a Groovy shell script, and learn how to upload files in S3 bucket. Now, as always, I've done the hard part and gotten this thing spun up, got our attack box going, and have our IP address server done. So, as always, the first thing we're going to be doing as soon as we get into a new box is enumerating. And I just got done running. Oddly enough, this Nmap scan took a while. So oddly, I actually ran it like 2 other times thinking like, oh, maybe it didn't run. And so we finally got it running and it working. So yeah, but let's go ahead and kind of start moving along while we go through our questions. So, and the first question was, during our scan, which port do we find serving MySQL? Well, as we can see, there's only one port showing on this, and that is 3306. What community developed MySQL version in this target running? So it ends in a B. So let's see if we can see what this one is. I want to say it's right here. MariaDB. When using the MySQL command line client, which switch do we need to use in order to specify a login username? Now, I want to say this is going to be TAC-U or TAC-H. The answer can be found in the MySQL help menu. Well, with that being said, let's go over to MySQL TAC help. And as always, the TAC help is the best way to kind of find out what we need to get done. So let's go back to our question real quick. When using the MySQL commanding client, what switch do we need to use in order to specify a login username? Username is going to be TAC-U. User for login if no current user. So, TAC-U. There we go. Which username allows us to log into the MariaDB instance without providing a password? And I want to say that's a root. So, let's see. I don't even know. I'm taking a wild swing and say that's going to be root because one ends in a T, but let's throw that one in there. Perfect. In SQL, what is the symbol we can use to specify within the query that we want to display everything inside of a table? This will make you starry-eyed. Oh, I wonder if it's going to be it's going to be a wild card star. Well, before we get too far ahead, let's actually get into MySQL TAC-H. Our target is going to be our target IP, which I'm just going to go right up here and grab this. TAC-U, and we are going in as a root. So if you hear the lo-fi music in the background, I am cheating the system and using my Restream IO with its free AI generated lo-fi to create my own lo-fi backend music for the video today. So shout out to Restream for having the free lo-fi music. Appreciate it. And it looks like we are in. So perfect. Let's keep moving down along here for our questions. So in SQL, what was the symbol we can use to specify within a query what we want to display everything inside of a table? And I'm going to say we're going to be starry-eyed, so I'm going to take a wild guess and probably wildcard it, because usually wildcard is what we need to do in order to show what we want to see. So we can also now go into deeper understandings for some of the basic commands we're going to be having to use to navigate into going through to see the tables we want. Now, I want us to show the databases. Add that semicolon. And you have an error in your SQL syntax. Check the manual that corrects your MariaDB server. So, show data bases. That's where I messed up. Okay, cool. Well, we're almost there. So we see we have 4 rows, but we now need to get into or use and navigate to, I'm going to say we're probably going to go to HTB, which is hack the box. So huge HTB, do that semicolon. Reading table information for completion of the table in the columns. You can turn off this feature by getting quicker startups with the TAC A. So let's see. So we're inside now that database. You can see that because we have that HTB right here that we changed from, compared to now not having that none. Now we're wanting to also show the tables within that database. So we have configs and users. Now, as we mentioned before, the wildcard can be our friend here, and with that wildcard, that is the star command. So as we kind of keep moving down along here, though, we see in SQL, what symbol do we need at the end of each query with? That's a semicolon, is how we're doing our queries. There are 3 databases in the MySQL instance that are common across MySQL instance. What is the name of the 4th that is unique to this host? So, oh man, that was HTB, Hack the Box, I think is the one that we were unique to this one we were specifically getting into. Okay, awesome. All right, as we're moving through, we are now going to do a select wildcard from config with our semicolon, if I can spell from right. And boom, goes the dynamite. We now see our amazing flag there in line number 5. Now, we had our 2 tables. We had the config and users. These can be checked sequentially for the content by using select wildcard from table name command. And where the table name can be is the exact name of the table we are wanting to explore, taken from the output above. Now, once we query the config table for contents, that flag is what we just found should output into our terminal alongside its value, which we just did. So good job, guys and gals. So we're going to grab this. We're going to go right here. We are going to drop that into our submit to root flag button. We're going to hit the button, and my favorite sound, the pwn sequence. So, hey, good job, everybody. This was our sequel 2, or the sequel has been pwned, doing a little bit of sequel injection. And hope this video was fun. Hope that this was a nice little, nice warm up as you are moving right along through the starting points on Tier 1. And as always, we will catch you on the next video. Keep hacking.